Cheer. Got my nigga Cheese in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. You already know. Cheer. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. It be knocking watch lights out. My spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. My hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. It's time for that Coach for the Streets hosted by Mafia and Paint, man. If you in the building with us right now, that means you part of the culture. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Become a part of the culture. But we about to get into something a little bit spicy right now. You know, already Diddy been trending, Cassie been trending, what they've been going through, Diddy's past. But as of recently, Kim Porter's friend, Kola Boof, well, at least that's her name on social media, has took the social media to speak on the Cassie situation. And I'm starting to have mixed feelings about what's going on right now, because at the end of the day, you mentioned something about Charleston White and what he said on social media about Cassie, and how he basically was like, man, I don't care about no Cassie. You see what I'm saying? She could have been bounced out. At first, I just felt like it was blatant disrespect. But now, and once we break this down, I'm pretty sure y'all going to start seeing it our way too a little bit more, because I thought it was disrespectful when he said it. But after seeing Kola Boof make these posts and saying what she said, it just makes more sense of why Cassie stayed. She had a real purpose. You see what I'm saying? And Cassie not the only one in the world that do this, right?
No.
I almost feel like women have put themselves through a lot if they know they can end up financially stable at the end of the road. If they know they can put some type of get out plan, relationship ending 401k is what I like to call it. When they make sure when they leave a situation, they living situation ain't gonna change.
Gilly call them.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Gilly call them professional positioners. They know how to dress up. They know what dress to wear to these certain events, where these dudes at that be thirsty celebrities, and they know how to get in position and just lay. Same situation with Sweetie. You feel me? He says she's a professional positioner.
But that's the what's the girl that's with Drewski right now? See, the same thing. It's a lot of them in the game.
Broadway baby mama.
They chasing the money. They don't care. Listen to what Shani said. She got kids with Shaq, and to write a book and say, I don't even think I loved him for real. That's because you knew in your head that wasn't the type of man you even wanted, but you was willing to deal with it to make sure that at the end of the road, when you did separate for this man, your lifestyle doesn't change. And that's what we finna talk about with this whole Kola Boof situation and her airing out Cassie. And because the way she speaks on it, and I'm just gonna read it right here, but it's on the screen too. This Diddy thing is not a surprise, but it makes me remember the horrible way he treated my friend Kim Porter, and how I always silently held him down or held him responsible for her young death. R.I.P. Kim. Diddy was a motherfucker. Y'all would not even begin to believe the way he treated Kim Porter, and ironically, Cassie back then allowed herself to be used to disrespect Kim in her own house. Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face, laughed at Diddy beating Kim. What you think about that? Now, what you
I
think about
mean,
that, cuz? What y'all think about that,
it
cuz?
remind you of some street stuff, bro. It's like it remind me of some street stuff when females have a dude that got the bag and they land on the dude that got the bag. You feel me?
You know what this remind me of, though?
What it remind you of?
This like a married couple. This like a married nigga busting down a hood rat in the projects, living bad. She just happened to, she fuckable. Boom. He hit her off. Now this broad doing all this flaunting and stepping in front of wifey, trying to ruin they happy. You see what I'm saying? That's what Cassie reminds me of when I see her saying this. Because at the end of the day, you see her going through, okay, first of all, if you see her getting her head punched off every day, you see her going through all this domestic abuse over a course of years. First, what would make that funny? Secondly, what would make you want to be in the position she was in? She was the one that was financially well off because that was her boyfriend. She just was getting kicked under a car as consequence whenever he felt like it. So it was funny when it wasn't you. But now that it's you, you had an escape plan. That 30 million, it was a plan all along, whether she was in a relationship with a nigga or not, man.
Facts.
Because she stayed through all that.
Stayed 15 plus years. Like Charleston said, it's like a dope fiend relationship. If they sitting there doing coke, they doing Molly, they swinging, they drinking, you know what I mean? And just so happened, they just happened to catch that on camera. This been going on for the longest, and not one time did she come out publicly and say that she want this man in jail.
And that ain't the first blanket she hid in under neither while he was recording it. I'm pretty sure it's about 17 other videos like that.
She never said she wanted him in jail now.
Because at the end of the day, when you living in mansions, you flying in private jets, nothing you doing is regular. But you know when you disconnect from this person you going through all this pain with, you might have to go back and stay in the projects. That'll make you continue to let a nigga punch you in the back of the head. And that's why she continued to let Diddy. But at my question to y'all, though, are we supposed to feel sorry for women when they clearly choosing money over the abuse? Why do women choose the money over the domestic abuse they go through?
And I've actually heard a female say, I would have took that ass whooping too. With a straight face.
We done heard a lot of females say stuff like that with a straight face. Because at the end of the day, they don't care. They just don't, bruh.
They worry about the bag, man. And that's it.
It's sad because we watching, when this came out with Cassie, before the video even surfaced, when she was just going through the motions and the world feeling sorry for her. Without even taking a second to think, well, hold on then. How long they was together? She was with the nigga all this long. She didn't try to escape not one time. It wasn't that she didn't try to escape, it's that she didn't want to escape. Most of the bras that was with Diddy that didn't escape, they didn't escape because they didn't want to escape.
Mm-hmm. They didn't want to walk away from that lifestyle, man. Been around all these rich people getting a half a m a month for sleeping with everybody. Everybody who he on command, who he tell you to turn up on. You feel me? You got Young Miami in the building. You got 50 Cent baby mama Daphne.
You ain't gonna be able to tell me that these broads ain't doing this so they lifestyle don't change when like look what they going through, bruh. They worse as the rappers. They some of these broads risking getting caught up in RICO cases.
I'm talking about last year. Young Miami told some female, if I wanted to, I make Diddy make you eat my pussy. I'm
And you
like,
know why I
damn.
know these girls choose the money over the trauma that's being caused by the men they dealing with? Because we watch hood bras do it with a nigga in the hood with 2-3 ounces just because she on Section
Mm-hmm.
8, ain't got no money, she's struggling, booty wop. Nigga, if she leave him, she back to doing bad. That's probably one of the
Mm-hmm.
best levels of a nigga she done mess with. So
Right.
okay, Mr. 2-3 Zips, nigga, he gonna be able to slap, kick, and get away with a few things because she ain't trying to go back to your local
A regular
project.
life. That's a fact.
When this nigga, okay, yeah, he might only got 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, whatever he doing, but he driving in the Benz. He got his own crib. He fly all the time. His dress code straight. He flying around. He vacations. We be
Fact.
knowing why a lot of times these bras be staying with niggas that they ain't even supposed to be with. It be for the money
Every time.
every time.
So it's like, it's just like you telling, and this ain't even got nothing to do with money. You got some niggas just pounding on women just because, and you tell your family members just leave them alone. They still continue to get hit with bikes in the head, stumped out, kicked all up under a car, all of this. But as soon as you come pick them up, guess what they do? Text the nigga, come get me.
I stopped doing that. And then I actually had told my sister one day, nigga, like, listen here. You ain't got no more time to call me about no nigga. Cause I gotta come chase a nigga around and all this bullshit. Then you get back with him. I'm gonna dope fiend you.
Yeah. For real. It had you looking like a fool.
So it make, if she do go through some things, I ain't gonna hear about it unless she totally done because I'm don't call me unless I'm coming for the breakup. It's just weird. I it's hard for me to feel sorry for her now, knowing that you laughed at another woman for going through it, but then you took her place and took on that same trauma that she was trying to get away from, that she was stuck in. We don't even know, rest in peace, Kim Porter. We don't even know if Kim Porter was really trying to get away from it because at the end of the day, was she stuck in the process of it because of the finances? Like these women be chasing the finances, man. They might go through the domestic part of it with these men, but they stay around because they don't want to go back to the regular lifestyle.
That's a fact. So we need y'all to get down there in the comments and let us know how y'all feel about this segment, man. This is all we got for y'all on this episode. It's time for that Coach for the Street. Y'all know what it is. Latch off the door is on the floor. You did.
Like button, subscribe to the channel. We out.
Yeah.